Hilton brings you new ways to stay, with experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
I'm Dr. Sky, welcoming you and yours to the Dr. Sky Experience, heard exclusively here at Talk Radio 77 WABC. As we like to say, and we're proud of it, the crown jewel of radio, the iconic Talk Radio 77 WABC. Broadcasting out of New York, around the nation, around the world, and I'm sure all through the universe. As we continue with our monthly Sky updates, welcome to this particular episode, the Dr. Sky Update number 18. As we move to the end of month number 2, this February 2023, here's some good information as we now move, hopefully, very quickly into month number 3, March 2023. And on the Dr. Sky Experience with our Sky Update, we naturally begin with the moon, Earth's nearest neighbor. We find out that during this last week or so of February, the moon moved on to its first quarter phase, and then as we move into month number 3, get set for another of the beautiful full moons of 2023, this one in March, on the evening hours of March the 6th into the morning of the 7th, the beautiful full worm moon that will lie in the constellation of Leo the Lion, a most amazing sight. Watch it as it rises in the east-northeast, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, a spectacular sight. Many of us wished for moonless skies to see deep sky objects, but this is quite exciting. As we continue to move through the month of March, we find out that last quarter occurs on the 14th, and then just around the time of the spring equinox, the next of the new moons occurs on the 21st of March, and ending off our month, we find out the next of the first quarter moons in March will occur on the 28th. But how about this? As you look into our skies during the last few days of February 2023, here's something quite spectacular. We've been talking here on the Dr. Sky Experience about the conjunction of the planets Venus and the planet Jupiter. And apropos for the month of February, the month of love with Valentine's Day, we have Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, easy to see and most incredibly bright, into the southwest sky after sunset. And what is she doing? She's moving ever so close to the giant planet Jupiter, from ancient mythology, the god of gods. Well, what are we going to see in the sky? By the end of this month, and on March the 1st, you will see these two objects right after sunset, the close conjunction, as both objects lie within a full moon diameter apart, and that is quite spectacular. For other amazing sky events, we continue to talk about planets, and we find out that the planet Mars, the red god of war, is still high and overhead during these late February evenings as it moves almost to the 100 million mile away mark from us. Quite different than what we had back in December when Mars was closest to us, but this amazing planet will return once again in about a year and a half for another interesting opposition. But telescopic viewers will still be able to see, with powerful telescopes, still some detail on this rather gibbous or egg-shaped planet as it appears this particular phase is taking shape right now. We look into our skies and find out some other treats are there. And we find out that the beautiful constellation of Orion the Hunter is high in the southern part of the sky just after sunset. And why not do this before the moon gets too bright? What am I referring to? Get out those binoculars and look at the 3 belt stars of Orion. These are the brilliant stars known as Alnitak, Alnilam, and Mintaka. But more importantly, right below the middle star of the belt of Orion, we call that the Sword. But lying deep within that sword is a most interesting nebula. That particular nebula we know is the Orion Nebula. How about that? Even city dwellers can get to see this amazing fuzzy object some 1,350 light years away from us. Telescopic viewers will be treated to a more spectacular view, of course, hoping that you're not, blinded out or wiped out by brilliant moonlight. But if you do get a chance to see the Orion Nebula, do know that the object may be at least 12 to 20 light years wide. This is the birthplace of stars among many other locations in our heavens. But deep within the Orion Nebula, is a most fascinating sight in high-powered telescopes. A group of 4 stars officially known as the trapezium. These brilliant blue stars, as we call them, young stars, are often thought to light up the entire nebula, and deep within the Orion Nebula, we find the birthplace, as I mentioned before, of many stars. You know, many of us and all of our friends here on the Dr. Sky Experience tell us that many of you came out here to see the Super Bowl here in Glendale, Arizona. Well, many of you want to continue to live out here in this part of the West, and we certainly welcome you. But if you're ever out here, we highly recommend a couple of locations that I'm sure you would enjoy, and they're big supporters of the Dr. Sky Experience here on Talk Radio 77 WABC. One of them is Raphael's Pizza. There's 2 locations, one in Phoenix, 7019 North 19th Avenue, and also a new location at 5800 West Peoria in Glendale, Arizona. And ladies and gentlemen, it's a great opportunity, too, if you enjoy Chinese food, to get in touch with the good folks at Yao's Chinese Restaurant, located deep in the central part of Gilbert, Arizona. But equally important, how about for many of you that do travel out to Arizona, why not join me, Dr. Sky, at a most beautiful location that we're there twice a month to do the beauty and share with you, that is, the beauty of Arizona's dark skies. How about an international dark sky location known as Sedona, Arizona? Join us at a location called The Wild Resort and Spa in Sedona. To learn much more about this particular resort, a great place, I'm sure you'll love it, and also our Dr. Sky programs, go to thewildresort.com for more information. And don't forget, on the Dr. Sky Experience, we highly recommend a website that you can find so many of the wonderful things that go into our nighttime skies. And that is theskylive.com. That's right, theskylive.com. An excellent website, whether you're looking for planets, comets, asteroids, and much, much more. And by the way, I wonder out there in Radio Land and cyberspace if any of you got to see Comet ZTF. In my opinion, the news media reported this rather incorrectly, telling people that they should just go out and simply look at the green comet. Well, the truth is always here on the Dr. Sky Experience. It was an object that required probably more than binoculars, and definitely being in dark skies in this particular time. We'll have more to say about these and many other objects that go into our nighttime skies as you're listening to me, Dr. Sky, here on the Dr. Sky Experience on the iconic Talk Radio 77 WABC, and also another special treat for our listeners here at the radio station. Join me, Dr. Sky, for our bi-monthly Dr. Sky Hour with Frank Morano on the other side of midnight, as we call that hour, at least from my side, the infinite side of midnight. I'm Dr. Sky, wishing you the best for clear skies, health, and happiness, as we always remind you to keep your eyes to the skies. Yes, indeed, I'm your navigator on the highway to the heavens. And check not only this particular podcast, as you're listening to now, sharing it with friends and family, but also go to our blog here at WABCRadio.com.